come on, I be having problems with bitches. I swear.
Yeah,
because they be
difficult.
Oh, I just like to get my. I don't like to eat. I'm like, bitch, you're not.
No,
You're not. You're not bisexual.
You just like you're just a whore that likes to be satisfied. Pretty much.
It's the difference.
I'm just saying, like, I think that's disrespectful. That's like, you know, like you want me to eat your, but you're not gonna eat my bitch. Bye.
Exactly.
The fuck, you're not gonna use me as a fucking rose, bitch. Fuck.
You know what's interesting?
Buddy with the rocks, man.
Hold on. You know what's interesting though? Like, I think a lot of girls that are bisexual would agree with her on that sentiment. But you know what's interesting? There's a bunch of simps out there that would gladly eat girls' box and not getting anything in return.
That's true.
And I've always found it interesting how, like, when girls are bisexual, they don't get finessed. Does that make sense? Like, they're gonna split the bill. They're not gonna get used. Like, if they feel like there's some bullshit, they'll talk about it or like just cut that girl off. Whereas men, like, they'll get used by girls all day, but girls don't let other girls finesse them. Did you notice that? Like,
it's almost like they know.
I mean,
I'm the bitch. I'm the alpha bitch. You ain't gonna run game on me.
Well, you know why? They put themselves first. Unlike most men put themselves last.
Yeah. Like,
I can't respect another woman.
I've just always thought that was like very interesting. How like when girls go out on dates, like they're okay with splitting it. They're okay with like, how do I say this politely? I'm just gonna say it. Like, y'all will accept mediocrity from a female, but you guys won't accept it from a man.
Yeah,
that's like it's an understanding between two
women
feelings.
at like a lower standard than men.
Yeah, because
like, women are
man,
like easier to like. I don't know. I just feel like I have a lower standard.
Let me ask you this: so, will you tolerate a bad date with a female way more than you will with a guy?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we could be friends at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like,
would you say that the guy has to do damn near everything perfect to get to versus okay?
Yes, for sure.
What will you?
Okay, when y'all say perfect,
I'll explain. Like, does the guy have to pay for the date, be charming, or be a good storyteller, be able to, like, I don't want to say entertain you, but be able to carry a conversation? Would you hold him to a higher standard than you would with a female?
Yeah. For sure. I get like so bored with a guy like so quickly, but like I feel like with a girl, I can become her friend regardless. Like if the date doesn't go out good, I can be her bestie.
I feel like with girls,
but with a guy, I can just throw him to the trash. Like,
what if she's boring though? What if she's boring? Girls can be boring too. I met a lot of bitches that was boring. So I met a lot of bitches that was boring.
We still can be cool, cordial, whatever, but
with a guy, I can't be his friend. I'd rather be a friend with a girl rather than a guy.
Or I feel like it's a different understanding though.
I like being friends with guys.
No. Because like again, guys, this we've told you guys on this podcast a million times, and y'all think I'm kidding around. I tell you that like a girl will always hold you to a way higher standard, than a guy. Let me ask you this: since this is an educational show for these guys, would it be fair to say that if you want to date with a girl, right? And it's a bad date, you might look at it and be like, you know what? Maybe I was a little boring, or maybe we just didn't click, or whatever. You'll make like excuses for why the date was bad with the girl. But if you go out with a guy and it sucks, it's the fucking guy's fault.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I don't know why that happens.
I mean, it depends on the date. It depends on what.
I'm talking about the bisexual women here. The straight women, y'all don't count.
No,
we don't.
So you guys agree that if it's a boring date and you go out with the guy, it's the guy's fault. But if you go on a boring date with a girl, it's like,
it's alright.
Yeah.
Like,
it's boring.
I like excuse it. I like excuse it. I'm like, all right, it's okay if the girl is like boring or whatever. Like, it's okay. She's a girl. Like, I get it. But if it's a guy, I'm like, all right, but kick you to the curb. Like, bye. Like, you're over.
At least she's keeping it real. Or you disagree? Go ahead.
I highly disagree. For me, when I did have like my dating profiles and everything, I wrote like I had it for both women and men, and I wrote like must be a provider, like all the qualities that I would want, like provider, whatever, like, you know, I guess you could write like traditional masculine traits, but I didn't use the word masculine. I just listed them all, provider, whatever, and I wrote that knowing that both men and women will see that, and I expected both men and women to rise to that standard, like regardless.
Oh, so you didn't.
So it didn't matter. It didn't. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah,
so the women that I dated, like, yeah, they paid for the dates, and they still like opened the doors and all that.
Did they dress like and behave like men though?
Yeah. No, I guess you could say traditional.
They're more
traditional.
masculine.
You dealt with like you dealt like studs, or
yeah.
I don't do studs.
I don't do studs. If I'm gonna fuck with a bitch, it's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, I like
I'm a girly girl.
I can't do that.
See, then you're not different. I don't know. I feel like it's different. I feel like it's completely different because you're gonna get fucked. So it's like, why be with plastic when you could be with real? And then a woman is like,
me as fuck.
You know, a lot of studs don't like getting their It's just like weird, like you know, like you might as well just fuck with a man if you're gonna fuck with a stud. And I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying, like I never understood that. Like,
well, I was gonna ask you,
I swear I cannot. Like I want like titties, a nice.
Right? I was gonna ask, are you actually attracted to like? Because if you're looking for like masculine traits, like are you actually attracted to women?
Yeah, no, I feel like there's a difference between like autonomy and energy, you know, and I'm attracted to the masculine energy, but the autonomy of a woman and a guy. That's the bisexual aspect of that. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So you like the masculine essence.
Essence,
and you don't care where it comes from.
Exactly.
Because you admire the female body as well.
Exactly. Perfectly worded.
A stud female body.
I don't date studs.
That's interesting. I can't date a stud.
That's interesting. I've never,
turn me on.
I've never heard that perspective, but that's fine.
I'd be scared.
So you would you okay, so let me ask you this then. If you went out with, I mean, this is a unique scenario, like it's kind of nuanced. Yeah. If you went out with a guy and a girl, you're telling me that you would hold the girl to the same standard. Like, would you accept a shitty date from a female to the same degree that you would go accept
like
it from a guy?
Saying, oh yeah, at least we can still be friends and blah, blah, blah. I would not be friends with, if I went on a date intentionally to date you and to go out with you and, you know, vet you and see if you were going to be a good partner and we're not compatible in any way, I would not be your friend. So I'm not like, no.
So I feel like it's different for y'all because you like studs and they like feminine.
Yeah, see, I would, I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's the disconnect.
That's the difference. Yeah. Okay. Since you're looking for a masculine essence, that automatically means that there's a burden of performance. Because a part of masculinity is what I said before, competitiveness.
Yeah.
So you have to, there is, which means if there's competitiveness, that means by definition there's a burden of performance. You have to perform to some degree.
Show up and show
But for you guys that like girls, it's like, okay,
they just have to be and exist.
Just exist, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm so picky about my girls.
It just depends.
I would never be in a relationship with a girl.
Honestly.
You would never be in a relationship with a girl?
No, fuck bitches. Like especially when I like, no, for real. Like when I get married, like I want a man that's like cool with threesomes and stuff like that. Like I really do like women like that. But when it comes to like, I know what I want out of a relationship, and I need a man.
I get it.
Yeah. You feel me? Like a woman can't provide.
Outside of just, let's just keep it 1,000. Would it be fair to say who's the bisexual girls again here? Just so I can ask this question.
Wait, not you?
No, hell no.
You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro.
Maybe
like,
when I'm drunk.
This bisexual thing is a very Western thing. Eastern European women don't fuck with that shit.
What about you?
No.
Like, do you like in Poland or like in Eastern Europe in general? Are there many? I mean, when I was in Romania, that's like a non. Remember, we're in Romania, none of these chicks are bisexual. But like they might do it for a guy, but they ain't going on dates with girls and shit. I mean, is it a thing in Eastern Europe? Like, are there bisexual women like that or no?
I didn't met any, to be honest.
Wow,
I think there's also there's like a stigma against like,
what about you?
Homosexuality.
Oh, me, I like the studs. But like she said, like I couldn't be. That's why I don't want to get in a relationship with a woman because I know that like I'd be wasting someone's time. But I've had fun. I've had in the past like relationships where it was polyamorous and there was a man, but he had multiple women, so that. Was
polygamous.
Yeah, polygamous, and the girls were not studs in that case, but I've watched was it Orange Is the New Black, and I'm like, oh wow, like wow, kind of get a little excited, but I've been in this, yeah.